get to the chicken.
Let that OG, man. Let that OG, man.
Nobody is getting no money, bro. I swear to God, bro.
Play the fuck up, man.
This is chicken talk, dog. This is chicken talk.
Burn one.
I'm trying to get to the chicken.
Everybody do their own job, won't be no problems.
He said, just do your job.
Yeah, just do your job. I'm gonna do mine. It's Chicken Talk, the podcast. I'm your host, Renzel. Alongside me, my regular co-host.
It's the kid KB, man.
I don't even want to call you a co-host no more, for real, bro. It's like, we
like,
both just hosting this
I'm
motherfucker.
gonna say, like, I don't even know what else to call it, but anyway, it
Our
ain't
special
about,
guest today.
it ain't about us, man. It's about the guy right here, man. We're gonna let him introduce himself.
Mr. WHATISPLUTO, Michael Kenny, my government alias.
This nigga say his government alien.
Yeah, I ain't even about to question that no further. But anyway, go ahead and tell them people what WHATISPLUTO is in general. We know it's a clothing line, but go ahead and get a little more in depth for us.
WHATISPLUTO is the ninth wonder of the world, the indelible streetwear brand, mode and runway and streetwear fashion.
Say that one more time for them peoples.
WHATISPLUTO is the ninth wonder of the world, the indelible streetwear brand, mode and runway and streetwear fashion.
Alright.
So pretty much, he said he here to stay, man.
Leaving a mark on y'all fucking niggas.
You with me? But nah, I mean, what is Pluto, fool? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how'd you come up with the name for that brand? Like, what sparked you to?
I came up with the name for the brand from musical reference. Like around the time when Future first dropped his early mixtapes, he was talking about going to Pluto, but he was talking about drugs and other synonymous meanings. And I just took that and applied it to something I wanted to make for my Instagram name and Twitter name. So my first Twitter name was like A1 something.
Oh yeah,
And
like Twitter, like Future shit, A1 Future. It's like the at sign, then one, then Future.
Yeah,
pretty much. So that's how your shit was.
So then I changed it to WHATISPLUTO.
Oh, time out my girl, cause I can't even hold you. I tried to find a name on Twitter that I could do A1 or like that type of ad the way that shit could flow, but that shit ain't work for me, cuz. So you ain't alone, fool. You ain't alone.
Yeah.
But so pretty much the name WHATISPLUTO sparked from you making an at name for yourself, and you just rock with that shit.
Yep.
All right, so about how
like
how long ago was that, and like what was the gap between coming up with the name and rolling out your first shit?
That was probably like 2010.
Jeez.
That's when you made your Twitter name WHATISPLUTO.
Yeah.
2010.
And you just did the clothing line about like 2-3 years ago. You said, correct?
Yep.
All right.
Nah. I'm gonna say so. I mean, within that 2 to 3 years, like, what have you picked up on? Like, what did you pick up on to make yourself, you know what I'm saying, stand out to say, this is WHATISPLUTO and that's the rest of them niggas? You see what I'm saying?
A lot of it just came from with the sacrifice, like having to survive and do this full time versus like going from having a job. Like I went from making like $30 an hour to like doing this full time. So like I know, right? That sounds real weird, but that's like really how like everything is going. Like before I even got a job making $30 an hour, it was just an idea. More money I made, the more and more you start seeing like different stuff. You might see me invest in some coats because now I'm up a little bit, so I can play around with money now. Or you might see me like dropping multiple things at one now because like I'm hungry. The sacrifice is there. Like if I don't bring certain things to the table, it won't get done. So with this is just my outlet to express myself and make money at the same time that'll benefit me and my family.
So pretty much you saying that like the way that the sacrifices and shit that you got going on in your personal life is what's really driving you to kick out this hot shit. And you know what I'm saying? That's really the fuel to your engine that's making you, you know what I'm saying, keep pushing yourself away from the rest of your competitors, for real, if I'm hearing that correctly.
Of course. But
definitely though, I mean, I fuck with that shit, bro. I mean, it sounds like you driven on a different level. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the creative aspect of it, where do you draw your inspiration from?
I always been like one of those people who like I can put together an outfit within like. One of my friends put me on a timer. I could go like pick out an outfit within 10 minutes off the internet, and it'll be icy. This is no cap. Like I can literally put together 3 or 5 outfits within 10 minutes. No joke. Like pick up my phone, like bet this go with this. Put it in a photo grid so you got the top, bottom, and the shoes together.
Yeah. So
like that little spark. And always looking for something to wear, that's really where I gained it from. But I've always been in the clothes since I was younger. Like my folks, they're in the clothes, so like it's like a code to us that we have to like look a certain way.
It look nice, ain't nothing wrong with that. Look good, feel good.
Yeah,
self-conscious thing, but hey.
Well, speaking of, your brand and everything, as far as like promotions go, like how involved are you with it? I guess like creatively, like are you like out there hand picking your models that you get, to get in your garments and stuff like that?
Of course, 100% in. Like I said, transparent to any and everybody. Like my energy never changes. Like when you meet me, I'm not gonna say brash, but my delivery is always gonna be up front. You gonna always see what's on my heart. Like if I don't mess with you, you gonna see that. If I message you, you gonna see it. Or if I want to help you out, you gonna see that too. And that's just how I communicate. Like I don't want to say I'm an emotional person, but I'm more logically inclined with the world. Like I understand how the world works. I understand how people work, how their brains function and everything. Like I know upon meeting you that you cool to me, or you're an asset to my life, or whatever. Just off that vibe.
I'm not saying, does that spark like if you say you want to collab with somebody, or you want have
like if I look on your Instagram and I see every fit that you have on, you putting it together, blazing, I'm gonna hit you up like, yeah, I need you, and what is Pluto?
Well, do you feel like you could find a lot of that in the DMV right now, or do you think it's like,
like right now, the DMV is the mecca for everything, just because our hunger is there. But
that sounds like a bold statement. I might gotta put a little stamp on that.
But we don't know how to put it together. Like if you look at it from other people's eyes, like other states, they know that it's sloppy. It's everywhere. Like there's no unity here. Like.
No, that's 100 though, bro.
Yeah, even with that, it's still a hotbed.
Yeah, like that's some good shit though, fool. Like I ain't never even think about it like that, but that's a good way to put that shit. Because like that's just like why we came up with the idea for Chicken Talk. You know what I'm saying? We try and align some people who y'all like got the same ideas, who got the same thought process, who try and go down the same road. Like we want niggas that y'all like meet somewhere in between, or you know what I'm saying, on the way. And push each other, you see what I'm saying? So
you could look at it like this, like it's a reason why Hood Rich aligned himself with Gunu, Lil Dude. It's a reason why Rock Nation aligned itself with Q the Fool, because this area is marketable.
Yeah.
Like it's nobody with a raw style like us. Like
right.
We just don't believe in ourselves how
Other
they
niggas
believe in
here,
us.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just like jumped on the question that was right, like comment about the DMV for real, because I mean I'm definitely gonna ask you like what you feel, like how do you feel about like the interaction, like you know what I'm saying, like we just was talking about, like what is it that's keeping you here and trying to push what is Pluto, instead of like saying like, man, New York one of the fashion epicenters in the world, I can go to New York, it's right there, you see what I'm saying, or going to LA or going down to the A, because it seems like the A was thriving right now. Like what's keeping you here?
Yeah, we'll push you to build your foundation here.
This will always be home.
Yeah.
You can make it anywhere in the world you're gonna make it, but if you can't make it at home, what's the point?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You know in your heart that you can't make it at home. Like, damn, I ain't even try. Like, I'm gonna try.
But I don't feel like it's more so that. I feel like some people feel that pressure, bro. Like some people feel like, cause like this area kind of like, yeah, it's sloppy, it's all over the place. I can give you that, but at the same time, like you get that feel, you get that vibe off of what's DMV. You know what I'm saying? What's DC? Like not even the specifics.
Thing
What's
about the
DMV?
is,
You see what I'm saying? From niggas like you
once
see
you
what I'm saying?
make it somewhere else, that's when they gonna like you. They
Right.
gonna mess with you, and that's just how it is. Like it's not that they not gonna mess with you. They just want you to come out with your best product. It's not that people are hating on you. They just waiting for that next greatest thing that you're about to accomplish. Like to me, Glizzy's best pieces of work started to become when he started to go to Atlanta and work with other people. Like after Awesome, it's like damn, he got the Midas touch. Wale, once he came back from Europe and he dropped La 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 whatever, he started making it. MMG, he started getting them MMG looks, Rock Nation looks, and that's just what it is here. Like they don't respect it while you're the underdog. But once they see you put in that work, there's no way they can not let you in the door. They gonna open the door and hold it for you. Like, hey, sir, your name, blah blah blah. Can I get your
But why
autograph?
you feel like that's when you get there? But why you feel like it's so hard to get to that point without? Because like you said, you just spoke about Glizzy
This is
stepping off.
stereotypical area.
Nah, I'm saying though, like you spoke on Glizzy stepping off. You spoke on Wale stepping off and like pretty much making it and then getting the shine, the clout from here. Like. Why is it like? Why do you feel like, in your opinion, like niggas, like why do you gotta wait till you already get up in other places to get your recognition at home?
Niggas ain't getting enough support from here. It seems like
It's a stereotypical area, and a lot of people judge people, and it's certain things that you can't say and do. So like me even talking about this, somebody gonna say, "Oh, that nigga hating." Like somebody's gonna pick apart this whole interview and say that I'm hating or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. I want all the smoke behind it. But and that's just what it is. Like we're really judgmental in this area for whatever reason. Like especially with art and music and fashion or whatever. I don't understand it, but that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Well, touching back on your own brand right quick, some of the clothes that you make that appeal to me most happen to be garments for women. So, like, I guess just speak on when you decided to even make that a thing, and I guess like I don't know what caused you to want to do that for real.
I got a lot of influence from the women that have came into my life and made a positive impact or negative impact. That's mainly why the women's pieces kind of like stick out a little bit more than the men's pieces, because I've had that female eye and critique to like, nah, you can't have that model in What is Pluto because her leave out looking a little funny, or you can't have her because her lashes got like falling off, or
yeah, or even make that garment this way because like that, right? Like, like you
don't do this color because it don't match this color tone of the skin, blah blah blah.
The shit
women like this color.
The shit that us niggas ain't thinking about.
Yeah, to us it's like, she pretty. What are you talking about? I don't care.
Yeah.
So. Or this is, I know what women like. I know when we think we know, but we really don't.
Yeah.
So having that extra eye, it makes everything go together smooth.
I'm gonna say, so like you say, most people out here ain't making, you know what I'm saying, multi, you know what I'm saying, like
things for both sexes.
They not making diverse shit. They might make some t-shirts and then a girl could wear it, get it small, and that shit fit. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you really focusing on the women.
Yeah, they're not really catering to both genders necessarily.
Right.
A lot of people just genuinely don't care.
Yeah.
Like, that's just really what it is. Like, they in it for the money, and they in it for the little bit of success or clout that they can get from whatever this is. Like, right now, this is a wave. Like, I feel like clothes right now is like Bitcoin. You know how everybody was so eager to jump on Bitcoin.
For that 1 month.
Yep. Yeah. And you'll see in the next 10 years that whoever lasts is who genuinely wanted this. Who genuinely had the passion for it.
That's real shit. So, like, what could we look for the men, for the women, for the kids, for the babies? What could we look for coming from What is Pluto?
Say, you go ahead and speak on the hoodie you got on and what's on the table right here.
Shark hoodie right here. I got these glow up jumps. This is a sample. I'll show you how it light up.
Shit. Yeah, niggas gonna have to wait on that.
Say, he said, man, he on some real space cadet shit, man. For y'all real future fans, man. You heavy.
But a lot of the pieces I just come up with because I actually want people to wear my garments with certain things. Like I want you to go get that Montclair bubble and bust it with the WHATISPLUTO. I like when I see stuff like that. I like when I see girls with heels and they might buy an oversized shirt for me just to wear it with their nice little heels or whatever. I like that.
Yeah.
I look at all that stuff on the gram. Like, even if I don't repost it or whatever, I still pay attention to it.
I say you got that thing beefing over there. But nah, going back to the DMV a little bit, outside of clothes, man, music, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of niggas popping. You spoke a little bit on it. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of shit going on. Who you fucking with the music, man? Like,
I mess with everybody that rock with me, but the whole DDB I mess with.
yeah, shout out Ock and them, man. Y'all can go check that Ock interview out, man. We just dropped that a couple weeks ago.
A lot of the
man.
upcoming talent, like, I have an ear for music too. Like, that's probably like one of my next business ventures is music management.
Yeah.
So go ahead and speak on some of the young niggas.
Some of the youngest I mess with is Cash 202. I think it's like Cash.202. He got a song out now called Rain.
I had to check that joint.
Valentino 4 Flips.
She really in it, cause yeah, I ain't familiar with people you saying so far. Go ahead, drop a few more though.
4 Flips, you probably heard of M Harris. She on the gram. She always got the flies fit.
Nah,
bro.
But like, bro,
I'm
like,
gonna look all
I'm
this shit
open
up.
to hearing. I'm open to hearing more.
She got a nice Who Run It freestyle out too.
And it's a female artist.
It's a female artist.
And what's her name?
M Harris.
M Harris.
Yeah, we make sure y'all get all that information.
That shit gonna be somewhere on the socials. Man.
Big Rock to you, but his name Big Rock. He sonically sound
you heard
nice
it?
beats.
No, I'm saying you heard it. M Harris, don't care.
Yeah, that's the little fly joint that we was busy.
Okay, so she be running with Glizzy and shit.
I don't know, not no more than that I know of,
Well,
but
I don't know about no more, but that's where I first seen her.
yeah,
Oh,
I
well,
listen to
shit.
her.
Well, shout out M Harris.
I listen to basically anybody that's kind of like sonically sound. Oh, my little brother, he raps too.
Oh yeah, shout out
Yeah,
little
shout
bro,
out
His
bro.
man.
name A Flex. We branding him. We branding his brand now.
All right, man. So you rocking with some young niggas, man. I ain't heard. We had a lot
I
of
can't
the same-
forget Big Mackie. I'm rocking with him heavy.
Yeah, Og mentioned him in the last interview. Yeah, I'm tuned in.
Yeah, I'm about to say shit till Og mentioned him. I ain't even heard of bruh, but yeah, I checked out
Damn,
the
no.
socials
I'm
and shit.
forgetting one
He was
more.
in Fader.
My man, Shooter Zay. He got a tape out hosted by Chicho. Can't
Alright.
forget him.
Shout out Chicho
I'm
too.
about to say definitely
Shout out Shooter
Chicho.
Zay. Make sure
The
y'all
list
get that
goes on. The list
information.
goes
Yeah,
on.
real live.
The homie Chaz, Gunu, Leak.
Yeah, shout
Corleone.
out, shout out my little man, young. It's like, nah, I ain't gonna lower son, cuz. You know what I mean?
Gray.
Yeah.
Cranking. Damn.
Yeah, you rocking with everybody,
Yeah,
man.
I'm about to
So,
say he tuned in.
yeah,
That's
man.
why I like
He's
that
like
head
people
though.
As far as the clothing lines and the DMV go and shit, who you giving a nod to? Who you fucking with in the area, man?
I like them all. I feel like each one of those brands that everybody sees the most of, like whoever your top 3 is, I feel like each one of those.
My top 3? Say nah, just like that.
Y'all top 3?
I don't got a top 3 for real.
I think
ain't
it
gonna
goes
hold you.
with whatever you feel like wearing for that day. Like, if you look at the colorful colors and what it symbolized, you could wear that when you don't personally like have
like on the weekend type shit.
yeah, like a whole bunch of colors to go with something or whatever. You know that he's gonna always have those 3 colors or 4 colors for you to wear. I feel like Terica, she has the.
I mean, that's for the women.
That's
so.
the women, but it's hard to like go buy certain garments. Like the bodysuit she dropped, you can't actually go into a store and buy that bodysuit. You can order a bodysuit like that, but it's not gonna be the same type of material or
Quality.
anything.
Yeah,
It's gonna
shout
be
out
Lenny.
shout out T-Walk, man. Definitely doing it for the women's wear.
You got Free Love. I feel like he makes nice, fun clothes for people to wear. No disrespect by saying the word fun or anything. I don't want y'all to get the wrong impression, but I mean, like,
see what you saying.
it's like a. I
It's
don't
a,
know how
it's
to.
a friendly clothing.
Yeah, it's
like,
friendly to everybody. It's friendly to everyone's eyes.
Yeah, like I mean, Rob Lowe, that's my man. Shout out Rob Lowe and Free Love, man. I definitely can say, like, you know, with the logo, the colors, like the scheme, like even the one now he got with the panda bear stuff. Like I just like gave him a little nod on the panda bear. We ain't gonna go into copyrights, but you know what I'm saying. Like it is open. It captures the free love of like the name. You see what I'm saying? And I just like get what you mean by that. But like
Zella, I feel like it's elegant. We bump heads though because I feel like she try to keep up with the guys. And I'm like, you don't gotta do that. You are great. And she tell me the same thing. She's like, you keep going, keep pushing, because sometimes I get in a self-defeat mood. Like, nah, like really.
But like we said though, you just like crushing it with the women's clothes. You see what I'm saying? And she focusing specifically on the man, so it really go either way with y'all. You see what I'm saying?
It's personality though. Like if you really know her, she kind of like a tomboy. At heart.
We had her on here, man. We interviewed Zella Famani, man. Yeah, so, but I mean, as far as that go, man, like you spoke about with you and Deja with the Zella Famani. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Did you mention Tony? Like you was Tony. We was talking about him before the interview.
We bounce a lot of energy off of each other, like, cause I feel like we're kind of like one of the same, but he like my more reserved alter ego, if that makes sense. Like I'm more outgoing, but he's the more reserved version of me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, shout out Cash Talk, but
I mean, but ultimately, I mean, you named a bunch of people that, I mean, you personally fuck with. You got your own clothing line, and I mean, you saying that you would even wear some of these other people's clothes. Why you think we don't see that more often amongst everybody, like just unity in the area, period?
Because of the risk, and a lot of people be having stuff that they really be wanting to get off their chest that they never get off. Like I'm a firm believer in I gotta make it right now before I go. I could die tomorrow, and as long if I didn't make it right before I go, I'm not gonna get into heaven, or I'm not gonna make it to the promised land because I ain't make it right with you. Like I mean, there's certain situations where you can't make it right with that person. Like I mean. Fuck nigga, can't fuck with them, can't be nowhere close to them or nothing like that.
Out here.
But at the same time, you don't let that defeat you. To where like if y'all in the same venue or something like that, you like, man, he keep looking at me. He keep, I'm a, you know, like you take it as a level up. Like this don't even bother me no more. Like they in here, so I'm still do what I'm doing. I'm still make my money. Still go home, because at the end of the day, it's not really hate. People like they admire what you doing. They don't want to be the one that has to put their pride to the side. And I feel like a lot of these relationships, because that's what they are, they're personal relationships, business relationships. People don't know how to really deal with them because they're not in tune with their emotions. They focus more on like their pride in the situation. You got, especially in business, you gotta get your pride out of the situation and your emotions out of it, or you gonna fail. Okay. You focusing more on your emotions and your pride when you need to be focusing on the next step and next tier that you can get to.
Definitely.
Well, will you say that you've gotten what you've envisioned for your brand, those 2-3 years ago, like right now? Or is it still like shit that you want to do, you aspire to, perfect?
It's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but my personal life sometimes prohibits what my future may hold for me. And it's a little bit more on my end, but I try not to let nothing like get the best of me or get me out of my element. Like I look at life like if I'm down by 50 points, man, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna win by 1.
Yeah.
And that's just how I carry it. Like, even if it can't be done, I'm going to still try to do it. And if I lose, all right, I'm cool with losing as long as I knew that I gave it my best.
Yeah, definitely feel that, bro. But, I mean, shit, you definitely got the mindset, you know what I'm saying, the mindset as far as, you know what I'm saying, your drive go, you know what I'm saying, your dedication to make it out of here, man, because we in that bucket full of crabs, Mo, you know what I mean? But, I mean, as far as that go, man, you got anything you want to tell any up-and-coming designers or any people in the DMV? Give them a few words of advice or something?
Don't be afraid to fail. You're going to fail. I lost 6,000 before I made 6,000.
Yeah.
This is not a joke. Like, and a lot of people try to run from that failure, like, embrace it. your most beautiful moments that you're gonna find out about yourself is in that failure.
Yeah, during the struggle.
And you gotta just embrace it. Like, still keep a smile on your face. Like, it's gonna turn around for you. Believe you me, it's turning around for me. I went from having a job that pays $30 an hour to doing What Is Pluto full time. And it be some days where I make $800 a day. Then it be some days where I only make $250 a week. But I don't let that defeat me because I know my goal and my purpose, and I know what I gotta do. Like, no is not an answer for me, and no sales is not an answer for me. Because if I don't make no sales, my son gonna be looking out here wild. No, not the newest Jordans, not gonna have money for daycare, stuff like that. So my sacrifice for my brand may be a little bit different than whoever is upcoming, but you just gotta find your niche and find what drives you. Find yourself. Like, don't be just out here saying, I'm finding myself. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in life, what I want to be in life. That's an excuse.
Yeah.
You know what you want to be in life. You know your calling. You know what you're good at. You just got to figure out how you can make everything come together in one. And once you figure that niche out, nobody can stop you. Only person that can stop you is you.
You hear me? And man, we gonna leave it off right there, man. You heard me, strong words from the kid, my Michael over there in Pluto,
Go ahead,
man.
tell them people where to follow you at too. Go ahead, drop the website too for them. Go shop.
Website www.whatispluto.com. Instagram handles, personal Instagram, Mr. What Is Pluto, business Instagram, What Is Pluto Design, and Twitter, same.
Yeah, man, you hear that, man? We over there, Twitter, Instagram at the first bake, man. THE. Man, spell that shit.
Niggas can spell that shit, man.
THE, man. FIRSTBAKE, man. We gone, yeah.
Let's get it.
Appreciate you, man.
As long as you remember something, right? Fuck.